Hi guys, this is Leif, aka Evil Ring, and you've just watched the video of me altering up Nylea. So all of you are probably wondering who gets the free Nylea. I'm going to go with a comment that somebody was specifically asking me a question and I hadn't responded to. It was a really good question. And so I wanted to respond to that and also reward them for offering up such an excellent question. So this is going to go to Oscar NEF, I think, is the name. I'll double check on that. I'll send you a message and let you know that you're the one that has won the Nylea. But his question pertains to using paints for altering and how their colors shift for him. So when he actually paints he puts the paint on the card, it looks great, then it dries, and then it looks not so great. The reason being is that all paints, whether they're paints that are used for miniatures or interior or exterior paints or whatever, when you paint them, they're typically a little bit darker, and then when they dry, they're a little bit lighter. Specifically, he had asked about the color becoming more dull, and I think that's kind of what he's referring to. So I think that there isn't really a good way to compensate for that, I guess. One of the things you have to do is get used to the color palette that you're using, the paints that you're using, knowing what the color looks like when they are wet and then also when they're dry. And then you can adjust a little bit. So sometimes when I'm painting, it will look a little bit darker while the paint is still wet, but then when it dries, it's nearly the same color. Also, there's a little trick for you that is also important. The cards, the texture of Magic cards, I'll grab one for instance. I don't know if you guys will be able to see this or not. Like, I'm sure if you're watching this video, you probably have some Magic cards around. Hold it up to the light and look, and if you move it back and forth, you'll see that there's actually a little bit of a sheen on the card. They're not completely matte, whereas these type of paints, when they dry, are completely matte. One of the things that some altarists do is they will seal their cards using a like a dull coat or something like that, generally something that's UV protective as well, and that will make it so that that dullness, that flatness is not apparent because the whole card gets covered in the same dull coat. Some will use gloss or like a varnish, which I don't think it looks good. That looks really weird. But the dull coat method is a way to smooth that out. Honestly though, when I alter a card and then I put it in a pack, like in a sleeve or something like that, I put it in a perfect fit or just a regular sleeve. I use KMCs. You really can't tell that the paint, when you take it out, you can still see that there's a little bit of dullness. It's like a little flat, but that is just part of the way that the paint is because I choose not to seal. Some artists will do that. When I do my scans, which is what you've seen at the end of the video when we do the zoom in on the card, when you see that scan, it's on a flatbed scanner, and so the light is hitting it evenly, so it can't tell that there's a difference between dull and flat. But if you've ever looked at my Facebook page, some of my pictures I take at events because I'm actually altering the cards at the events, and then I hand them back, but I want to snap a picture real quick. The camera will be probably not at a perfectly flat angle, and I'll get a little bit of reflection or glare or something like that, and then you can see sometimes a little bit of the difference. So hopefully that answers your question. There's the one way to deal with it if it's just looking duller but the colors look the same is to get a UV protectant dull coat. I don't know that I would use the Games Workshop one. I would probably go to like a Home Depot, Lowe's, something like that, and look around and see what they have for clear coats, for dull clear coats, not glossy or varnish. And that could resolve the problem. If the colors are actually having some issues, make sure when you're using the paints, first of all, to shake them up very, very well. And if you're having an issue with the colors still, after you paint, you can go back over it very lightly with something that's a little darker or lighter to adjust your tone. So that's one way of doing so. But that was an excellent question. I did read through the rest of the comments, and there were some very funny ones. Somebody commented on my nails being very clean or something, which I thought was kind of funny. Their wife thought that was the case. I'm a full-time student. I'm a master's student, and yeah, manual labor I don't really do anymore, so my hands don't need to get all dirty and stuff like that. I used to be a mechanic a long time ago, and so my hands would have been much more gnarly back then. Anyways, that's a side point. So thank you one and all for commenting. I appreciate that. For the next time, I think what we're gonna try is those of you that want to what I'd like to see you guys do is like give thumbs up or comment on other people's responses, and maybe like the person that gets the most, you know, likes and stuff like that, as long as they're an interesting comment. Or maybe not, maybe they have some compelling reason, and I want to get you guys involved in the picking process as well too. Like, I certainly like going through reading the comments and stuff like that. It always encourages me, because I feel like, oh, people are actually watching what I'm doing. But maybe next time, if there's a bunch of people that have comments on different areas, I'll just take the one with the highest comments or the highest likes or something like that, like, and then reward them for spurring conversation amongst the YouTube community. Also, a piece of exciting news. I know you guys endure the videos at the beginning of my videos, and then like the little ads, the pop-ups and stuff like that, and things like that. That is a monetized thing that I click, and it allows advertisers to come in and advertise on my page. So I've been doing the altars for, I don't know, 6 months or something like that, and I invested some money in buying a bunch of the packs and things like that. This is the first time where I'm actually going to get, this month is when I'm going to get my first payment from some of those advertising revenues. I didn't get a ton, I $100, but it's like, you know, whatever. That's thanks to you guys, so I appreciate it. And that goes back towards the $200 and something I spent on all the packs. But I thought, because I got that money and I invested the money to get the packs to give away anyways, I would kind of reinvest some of that money. So one of the things I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go and get a Modern Master pack, and I will give away a Modern Master pack, because I think they're like 10 or 12 bucks each. And I've opened some. I never got anything sweet like a Bob or Goyf or anything like that. I did get a foil sort of Fire and Ice, which was pretty awesome, because that was like a $200 card, I want to say. So who knows, maybe there will be something really, really awesome in there, and I would love to give away a Modern Master pack to somebody, and maybe there is going to be a Tarmogoyf or a Bob or something. That would be awesome, because then I could give that away, and it only cost me $10 to give away a Tarmogoyf or something. So that would be really, really cool. So I'm going to do that next time. That's going to be my next Crack Pack that's going to be coming up. When I do that Crack Pack, upvote, like, people's stuff, comments that are interesting or whatever, so then that way I know who's doing what. Also, I've been getting back into Moto, Magic Online. So if you guys are interested in seeing me do some streams, either live streams via Twitch, through drafts, or some like Momer Vig or Constructed or whatever, let me know. Comment in this video and let me know if that's something you guys are interested in. I think most of you guys are coming here because you want to see the altars. There's probably, like, you know, there's the Channel Fireball guys, there's Paulo Vitor, and there's LSV, and all the celebrities that everybody knows. I am not as good as them. I would like to be, and I'm working towards that, but I'm not. But if you guys would like to see videos of drafts and stuff like that on this channel, comment, let me know. Because I could make that happen. I could, you know, figure out how to either live stream it through Twitch or whatever. Also, coupling with that, I set up my bot again. So I used to own a bot that I had to trade away my excess junk from drafts and stuff like that, and to, you know, have it sell for me, because I don't have the time to sit around and try and sell off stuff. Like, when I go in, I just draft, and then as soon as I'm done with the draft, like, I leave or I'll play another game or whatever, but like, I don't have time to do all the trading stuff. So if you guys want, if you need a bot to also get rid of your trade junk, or you just want to clear out your collections or whatever, my trade bot is Evil Nerd Inc. All one word. Evil. The E in evil is capitalized, the nerd, the N in nerd is capitalized, and then I think INC is all capitalized. I don't know if you'll need all of that, but there you go. So you could look up the bot. It's kind of slow because I'm running on an old ancient computer, so bear with it if you do use it, and I apologize. But what I think I'm going to try to do is continue drafting, and then if I could do something really cool with the drafts, you know, I can do the redemptions and stuff like that. That might be another way for me to look into getting cards. So not just doing cracking packs and giving away the packs, but like getting a set of cards and then like pulling a spicy card out of there or something like that. So I guess if I see a bunch of traffic that like people are using the bot and it becomes worthwhile, that I could just cash in some sets and get some stuff and pull a sweet card. Like trying to think of a sweet card for Theros, like a Stormbreath Dragon or something like that. Like, that'd be a guaranteed way to get it instead of just cracking packs all the time, and then I could just send out that single card. So yeah, let me know what your thoughts on these things are in the comments below. I will look at those and take it into account. So if you have some great ideas about, like, oh, I want to see more art analysis, I want you to go through and do art analysis on a set. I have lots of sets. That's one of my favorite things to do. I like playing the game, I like collecting the game, and I will, at some point along the channel, I will do a video, I will do a live recording with some friends, and I will show you guys what a set draft is. That is something that I used to do quite a bit. Basically, it's a special type of draft that instead of passing packs, it's more similar to a cube where it's like a constructed format. What it is each player selects a set of their choice. When I mean set, like Zendikar, Theros, Chronicles, Beta, whatever, they select a set of their choice and they get that binder, and that binder has one of every card in it. Just one. And then, so everybody gets 3 binders, they get 3 sets, and then we pass them around. So my collection used to be able to support like a large number of people, and I had a lot of stuff going back to like Revised and all that type of stuff. I'd gotten rid of my collection, now I'm buying it back slowly. But it would be mostly with newer cards, so like M14 and the Innistrad block and the Scars of Mirrodin block and Ravnica and so on and so forth. Like it would have some of those core sets, but it's a lot of fun because you're guaranteed to get some really interesting cards, and even though there's 200 something cards in each binder, there's a lot of cards that are unplayable or people just don't need because they're strictly better cards. So it's like somebody will pick the set of World Wake for Jace TMS. Somebody will pick, you know, Zendikar because they want fetches. They want the land fixing. Somebody might pick Theros for 1 or 2 cards. They might try and get some of the mono black cards like the Grey Merchant and the Whip and the God and stuff like that, and then they'll just get other stuff. Like they might take Fallen Empires so that way they could get, because in the Fallen Empire set I have all 4 versions of all the arts, so they could technically get 4 Hymn to Turox, which is brutal in a constructed format, little less in, that's the only good card, by the way, in Fallen Empires, in case you didn't know. With maybe the exception of Night Soil being like an EDH card. Trying to think if there's anything else. Anyways, I digress. So, anyways, this was a lot longer wrap-up to the video than I normally do, but I wanted to tell you guys about some of the cool, exciting stuff that's going to be going on. So I will get this Nylea out soon. I will be, as soon as I can, go to the card shop, which might be as soon as tonight. I will get the Modern Master Pack, and then I will look into cracking that. And yeah, that'll be awesome. I'm really gonna look forward to doing that, and that's gonna be a thank you to you guys. We are eventually going to work towards getting the I don't know, the crazy amounts of likes and stuff like that, and then one day maybe be able to afford the beta pack. But in the meantime, maybe we'll get some more sweet packs. So thanks very much, guys, for watching, and hope to see you guys soon.